Our on-stage business of the month is Leave It to Weaver Upholstery, and I'm here with Scott Weaver, the owner, and we're going to get to find out all about your business. Thanks for being with us, Scott.
Oh, I've enjoyed getting to be a part of Alabaster.
Well, tell me why you chose Alabaster, speaking of that.
I actually grew up in Wilsonville, a small town, and my president, well, I guess you'd say not the president, he was actually the VP at Shelby County High School, was here, Mr. Griggs. And Mr. Griggs, when he was the principal there, he came here. So I said, well, you know what, I know him, I'll let him come on in. And he'll take care of my boys.
That's right. And how long have you had the business here in Alabaster?
Let's see, here in Alabaster, I've had it 13 years.
Okay, great. And how'd you get started in the upholstery business?
I actually started with this mobile unit here. The mobile unit was created, I was in fitness sales at the time, and I needed a way to get an edge over everyone else. So when I got that edge, I wanted to go do on-site mobile upholstery. So I would show up at the fitness center, take the piece off the piece of equipment, come out, reupholster it, put it back on. So that came, it was a hit. So everyone started knocking on my door. I'd be sitting there sewing, and next thing you know, someone would knock on our door and say, hey, do you do this? Hey, do you do this? And it just kept growing from there.
That's awesome. And how did you come up with the name? You know, I've got to ask you about that.
Leave It to Weaver, Leave It to Beaver. I guess that was one of the things. My kids didn't have a clue what they were doing, and they just said, Leave It to Weaver. And I said, well, that's kind of catchy. That kind of works. Weaver is a weave, they sew, and then, of course, Leave It to Weaver was Leave It to Beaver. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you definitely don't forget it.
No,
it's great.
Definitely. It's a good catchphrase for especially the older generation.
And it's not just you here at Leave It to Weaver. You have a whole team, right?
I do. I have a secretary named Allison, and I have my lead tech named Josh Gillespie.
Okay, so you like to say, I just kind of got it started, and what you were telling me earlier?
That's right. We got it started doing this, and then now we're up to about a 4,000 square foot facility here, and we do boats, cars, leather upholstery. We'll install leather. I think last year we did 63 boats, which was kind of impressive.
Wow.
We kind of specialize in boats, cars, just about everything. I guess our catchphrase is just asked if we can do it.
Yeah. Now, do you still do the on-site upholstery?
We do a lot of restaurants. We've got a lot of restaurant chains. We've got a lot of fitness centers, which of course I was still in fitness, so it just kind of kept carrying on. Now we do a lot of medical plazas, being dental, vision, any type of table that has vinyl leather or any type of cloth.
Okay, and if someone has a car, boat, truck, they can actually bring it here to your location.
Tell them
where you're located.
We're located at 100 Wellington Manor, right off of Highway 11. You're more than welcome to come here. We'll give you a quote. You can speak to Allison and she'll quote you, and then from there we'll see if we can do business.
Now, I know there's some other upholstery companies around. I know Philip, our producer, you guys did an amazing job on his boat, and he kept talking about the quality.
Yes.
It was so great. What makes you different?
Well, one of the things we do on boats that's a little bit different is we actually take it and we go to try to resolve problems. That's what I tell folks. I try to eliminate as many seams as possible, and then we use what's called trim foam. And the trim foam is what makes a good tight seam. So when you sew 2 pieces of vinyl, 2 pieces of foam, and 2 pieces of felt together, you've got a strong seam. And of course, out on the water, you need anything you can to keep all those kids jumping up and down on it and having a blast. Let's try to save it.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks so much for being with us, and thanks so much for doing such quality work.
Well, thank you.
Okay, you guys, summertime's coming up. I know you got some boat seats that need to be fixed, or maybe a car that needs to be repaired. Come see this guy.